Hi, I'm going to show you what I put in my turkey to make the broth for the dressing taste good. Okay, so this is my turkey. I season it before I put it in the cooker bag. I have a aluminum foil pan that you buy from the store, but I put it on a cookie sheet because this is not strong enough. It would break, it's better to use your roasting pan, but I season it first and then put it in the cooker bag in an aluminum foil pan. Now I'm going to show you what I use to put in there to help give flavor to the turkey and to the broth for the dressing. Now I cut up onion also in here. Now you can cut it small or you can, it's gonna cook down anyway to almost nothing. So you can cut it small, you cut it big. But I usually strain my broth and then freeze it to get so that I can eliminate the grease off the top and that make it have less fat in it. You could take the fat all off once it gets done. I put it up under the arms so it can help get that breast some flavor. I put it in the bottom for the broth to cook. And I also put it in the middle. I cook it on its stomach, about almost through, and then I flip it because I want that breast to stay moist. Okay? Then I put the onion inside the turkey. That way it's laying on top of the breast and it's giving it more flavor while it's inside. See how it's inside the turkey? From here, stick that inside the turkey. That way giving the breast more flavor around the turkey for the broth. Let's see. Now I'm also going to cut up some celery and some carrots and put it in there to help give the broth for the dressing even more flavor. So remember, I'm gonna turn it halfway when it's almost done, so it can brown on the other side off this belly I have on this belly to keep it moist, to keep that moisture in so it won't dry out. I'm gonna add this right now. I'm gonna cut this up a few stalks in there and a couple of carrots in there for the broth. Then I'm gonna cook it. So just remember, another tip, so when it's done, and to get the fat out of the broth, you will strain it, put it in the freezer, let it gel, and the fat will rise to the top. When it rises to the top, you skim off the hard grease. Therefore, you will have less fat in your dressing, almost like fat-free dressing. That is from the broth, that is. So I'm gonna cut this up, put this in there, and then put it in the oven. And that's how I'm gonna add more flavor to the turkey and to the broth for this dressing. And if you want to make gravy to it, use some of that broth to make some gravy. Okay, as you can see, I put the carrots in there, and I put celery also in here so that it can get into the broth. I also put the celery inside the turkey also in here, inside, so that some of the flavor can get in the breast. Because remember, it's on its stomach right now. Okay, and I put it down in here so they can make sure that the flavor gets into the broth as it's cooking. Now you can take them out. I usually take mine out and strain it, but you can, do whatever you want with the vegetables once they cook. So this is just so my broth can taste really good. So now I'm going to close it, and I'm going to put it in the oven. No, first I'm going to put some water in it, because it does make its own water also for the broth. Now I have one more secret ingredient that I always use is onion soup mix. I use onion soup mix. That is, and I put like 3 cups of water in there because you can make a lot of broth. Because not only can you use the broth to make your dressing, you can, like I said, once you skim the grease off the top, you can freeze it in the freezer, and as long as it's frozen, it can keep for a long time. And then you can cook cabbage with it. You can make stews. You can make soups. So you can use your broth from the turkey for a lot of other things other than just your dressing. So I'll put this on your soup mix on here. Now, and I'm going to add a cup of water to help make more broth. Let's add it to this. Make sure you don't erase all the flavoring off the back. It's in the bottom, because when it cooks, it's going to run down in there. Okay, and the turkey's going to make more broth on its own, and it's going to, I'll put about 3 cups. It's going to make more broth on its own. There you go. So, and now it's going to be very flavorful, and you can use it for a lot of things, the broth for a lot of things also. I'll put this in I'll close it, put it in the oven, and let it cook.